All right, hello, people. I I thought about um doing a little podcast today. Actually, yeah. Um, this is gonna be my first time doing this, so yeah. But yeah, I've been thinking this for quite a while, and I do have quite some topics I do want to discuss in this the first episode of and keep this. This will mostly be a temporary name until I or perhaps some of you out there watching comes up with a new name. So the name of this podcast will be or at least the temporary name for this podcast will be uh, discussing about things, or DAT for short. I've been thinking about some other names, but I don't know. But I don't know. They just don't sound that well. So let me let, let me know what you think if you possibly have any other discussions. Yeah. So anyway, for further ado, let's start this first episode. Okay, so the first topic I'm probably gonna get right off the bat, right here, and the thing I want to discuss the because like I taken such a great interest in this lately. So for topic number one, that's going to be a little bit talk about Skylanders, and for those who may not be aware, Skylanders is a series of video games, more specifically Toys to Life video games, released for a multitude of platforms from 2011 to 2016, and the developers behind it are Toys for Bob, yeah. But yeah, essentially, you. It's a Toys to Life. It was pretty much the game that kickstarted off the Toys to Life genre of games that will be later be seen with, say, like this Infinity and Nintendo's Amiibo. Yeah. Well, with Amiibo they were more integrated games. They were not entirely Toys to Life. Whatever, yeah. But anyway, so with Skylanders, in order to play the games at all, of course you need the actual game to play this. But however, the very nice unique thing about Skylanders and Toys to Life is that they have a special port or pedestal where you can place toy statues on and these toys are not just any ordinary toy. They are specifically meant to work with the games. Yeah. But it can get small little cool lightweight figures that you place on top, say, like the portal power, and then pretty much immediately afterwards they will be recognized and will be in the game itself, and then you control as that character that you place down. So for example, for example, you can place down Gilground on the floor, and then you'll be playing as a silly little gill man, or a fishman with a harpoon gun. And these games, they were, to me, very important and very nice, and they probably hold quite a lot of. And they probably hold quite well to a lot of people who played the Skylanders game from in in their heyday. And I was like, and for me, I was 9 years old when I got it in Christmas of 2011, and I was like, the moment I saw it for the first time on commercials, I knew that this also saw something as a piece of business, but of course it also helped that I'm a huge I'm a huge fan of video games. So yeah, of course, yeah. But this was something that we haven't really seen before, not really seen for most part since really actually. So it's quite unique. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, but yeah. Yeah, they were a bit. Now, in terms of gameplay, they were like a sort of action adventure. They mostly follow like a sort of a linear progression. Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, but there will be slight paths on this where you could like explore other paths to gain other additional treasures and trophies and whatnot. And mostly that it will lead to money that you can then use to upgrade your Skylanders. Sorry. To make them stronger. But I mean, mostly it was in kind of combat, the focus and oriented, yeah. And the combat itself is kind of simple. You mostly have just free attack buttons, yeah, and most of the can do their same. However, just because something is simple, it doesn't mean it's bad. And yeah, with Skylanders, it's simple but deep. Shyamalan of course, and the combat will of course get more difficult as you progress. Yeah, and yeah, it's just generally a very nice and good game to play. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well. I know this is something. I'm not sure if I should be really discussing this because there's already been a ton of Skylanders reviews and retrospectives already. Yes, yeah. But I don't know. Yeah, but I don't know. Just well, yeah. I don't know. I just wanted to get a slight bit of context. Beforehand, you can do your own research if you're more interested. Yeah. But the reason why I show of course Skylanders here as a topic here is that me personally I'm very nostalgic to it, and yeah, I haven't for the most part thought about it in quite a long time, of course. So I can guess my personal history, yeah. Now, like I said before, I got and started almost pretty much immediately, of course, in Christmas Eve of 2011, yeah. And yeah, I just sort of immediately fell loving it, of course, yeah. Of course, the characters. Now, of course, granted, I played in Swedish back then, so yeah, that was quite something. I was a little wee lad back then. Yeah, yeah, and since I lost so much, I was obviously excited when of course they announced that a sequel would be coming, of course, that being of course Skylanders Giants, yeah. Got that too for Christmas 2012. I love that too, of course, yeah. Now I think for most part, yeah, that like going on for most part, I'll play and get them play every single entry to death, but surprisingly kind of that would be not that much released. But I think for the most part it did get swapped for the third game. Yeah, perhaps in the Christmas Eve of 2013 as well. But that I'm a little bit unsure about. Yeah, but around 2013 where things kind of starts to change. Yeah. That was when I was I of course loved of course playing a lot on consoles, and yeah, a lot such as Nintendo Wii, the PlayStation 3, and especially the Nintendo DS, and then also the 3DS. Yeah. However, I also had quite some little bit knowledge for PCs, especially of course Windows computers. Yeah. Yeah. And in around 2013, I finally got my first. Personal laptop that I got from my uncle for doing a little job at his place. Yeah, it was quite tough, but the effort was so freaking nice. Worth it. As yeah, I'll just become just so fascinated with computer then afterwards, yeah, and technology, of course, yeah. So around then, 2013, 2014, yeah, I started to become much more interested in computers, and that also means that my shift would also go towards computer gaming. Yeah, because I played quite some PC, this is kind of simple PC games such as like Shrek 3, yeah, I would call that Shrek, and quite some other edutainment, edutainment, educational games for PC. Also sort of simple click, but I did also get used to some that actually, like I said, of course, yeah, say like Shrek 3 as an example. But I mean, yeah, the shift to PC was quite something. And yeah, it was quite something because of course that meant of course I could experience a bunch of new games and franchises I never experienced before, and that of course were exclusive to PC, of course. Yeah. I say for example, so to say like Borderlands, Minecraft, and quite a bunch of others. But it was also one there where I also started to get very much more into more mature games. Now, even before quite some years around, before, say maybe like 2010, 2011 or so, I did have a little bit of interest in some, but I wasn't like super scared of mature games. I for example, like when I played a little bit of like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 with my dad on the PS3. So that's quite something. I also sometimes watch him play some other mature games on the console as well, and yeah. But I mean, yeah, January around that time, yeah, I started to become very interested in PC and also more mature games, and that kind of mind that Skylanders kind of fell off the radar, and I then didn't become too interested in really. And it's kind of understandable as well. As great as they are, they also it also means that if you plan to keep them, you gotta have like somewhere to store, and like in sort of cheap instances, of course, you'll store them in a big box. I mean, like fine enough, but it's better off to have a shelf. And at the time that I didn't really have, so I just shot it all on the box and just let's stand there for a while. Yeah, but can go back to computers a little bit here. Yeah, I started to also make some online friends there as well. Yeah, and and making some online friends. Yeah, but then I kind of remember that though even though I was not mostly focused and interested in PCs, I still actually occasionally return to consoles such as like the PlayStation 3, whatnot. Yeah, because like sometime because I think maybe like Christmas Eve 24 or sometime in late 2014, whatever. Yeah, I did get the fourth game, Skylanders Trap Team, and I was quite interested and surprised. I was just surprised that I actually completed the whole game, which was I didn't entirely expect, but like with Swap Force, I did play it quite a bit, but then I just kind of put it down and just forgot about it. So I know, yeah, that was something. Yeah, but then after 2014, I was just and then I was just completely put the Skylanders on hold. I was moving on. What does it? But I never threw away any of the toys nor the portal power. And as it turned out, that would be of course a crazy thing. Yeah. So I guess fast forward many years now. Like I said, I do want to give quite some context about me and when I was doing, but like not too much, so that it's like it entirely like go like way too off topic of what I'm I am supposed to discuss about. But yeah, I suppose now. Fast forward quite a bunch of years though. Yeah, I still was the computer was done many things like that. Blah 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 blah. And I get finally here until like 2023. This is the current year when I record this at. Yeah. Now in some previous before I've maybe started kind of thinking about it, but yeah, I was just I wasn't still not too interested in it, and I just did the thinking about but. Yeah, now in 20, it sort of makes this sort of perfect timing count. I don't know. Yeah. But what I found also interesting is that this 2020 was also quite the year for SkyTubers or Skylanders YouTube people. Like I've been seeing, I've been getting recommended, and I've been looking for a bunch of, and yeah, there's quite a bunch of the Skylanders or SkyTubes that I kind of know, and yeah, that's actually really nice to see that it has quite a strong and great community even after like 10-12 years later, yeah, quite nice, honestly, yeah. But now to me finally getting back to it, I feel like so maybe just so randomly thinking about it, or like mostly I've been like for most, because like for most of the year I've been kind of been struggling to figure out what I want to play. It's like I've been mostly bored and just not interested with a bunch of stuff. But then I just randomly started to think about Skylanders, or I guess maybe you got the clue once I saw some of the video recommended on YouTube, or maybe that I also saw I had the game and I saw the game I had it in the RPCS3 emulator. Yeah, that honestly, that's honestly this. And I think around June or July, I finally started playing, and it just feels so good. It just feels so good to be back, and especially for now, for the first time playing it in English. That was that all these years my English has matured a lot, and I understand a lot of things, you know. So yeah, it's been a freaking blast. Now I can tell you so far. I won't be going to too much or discussion or not too much Skylanders content. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, because like I've only really so far since play the first game. Yeah, and I'm kind of taking my time. But like I know it's sort of faster, it's efficient as I maybe like what once was. So and I also feel like since like the levels are quite, I feel like it can only have like 1 or 2 levels per day or yeah, which is like a fine amount, yeah. Yes, there's quite a bunch of stuff going on, and again, they're mostly long as well, yeah. Now, another thing is I was also that all my stats and all my upgrades from my Skylanders over the years were still stayed and was still working. It was nice. However, there was one since I wanted to do a fresh playthrough with everything. You can reset your character, and I wanted to do that, but not immediately. Though, yeah, because that would mean I'll lose all the and I want to have that archive. So, thankfully, I actually did manage to find an a software on PC. The Skylanders. Well, let's see here. Yeah, the Skylanders GUI tool, which yeah, it just works really great. You actually connect a real portal power, preferably the one that connects with like a USB connection, and preferably either the Swap Force portal or the Traptanian portal. And like depending on you may also have to fetch or to force install like a specific driver for it but to work properly. But generally, yeah, it should work. It should just work alright. Yeah, you plug the port into your PC's USB port. Put a Skylander on it as it should automatically read. The Skylander will then be recognized, and all of its stats should then be shown as well. And then you can just save it there, and then anytime you can just return it and just write the stat to that Skylander. So I did that way with every single of my Skylanders I have, yeah. And then I started to play the game. I then went into the game, and then I reset all the stats, and then I couldn't finally begin fresh. Let me. It was just so happy. Not only because of nostalgia reasons, but also because I feel like the game still holds up quite well, even to this day. But that said, there are a few annoying things that hasn't really aged too well, or that just general nitpicks. Yeah. For example, of course, for example, the writing is sort of voice acting is a little bit hit and miss. Especially sort of the tone, especially in the beginning and for the first few levels. But after say like maybe like I don't know, like chapter 4 or 5, whatever, then the speaking that becomes more acceptable and more natural, which is nice. Yeah. Of course, yeah, and then every Skylander has its own unique charm and personality to it, yeah, and depending on voice or just other noises, whatever, yeah. Yeah. Now it's also hard for me to put like a favorite Skylander, yeah, because like now for some it might be a little bit more easy since like they maybe they can kind of just kind of straight up think of like the coolness factor of it. But for me, there isn't really much of that here. Because like for me, every Skylander has a great blend of coolness and silliness in their own unique way. Yeah. But then there's this kind of just complete silly heads, yeah. And I think for that reason, my favorite Skylander, at least from the first game, Spyro's Adventure, has to be Double Trouble. Just goes like ooga booga. He's so great. I love him. Yeah, but yeah, the freaking Tiki Man, of course, that just shows Ooga Booga in quite a bunch of silly ways and whatnot. Of course, yeah, I'm gonna thrill all my friends with a soundboard with it. You heard that right. No, okay, yeah. But yeah, I was say that almost it, yeah. And again, I don't also want to spoil too much of things. So honestly, I urge you, I urge anyone watching this to give any of the Skylanders game a try. Preferably starting from the beginning and working your way up to Imaginators, yeah. Because it's just a blast. It's just such a blast, with some exception, of course. Yeah, I would say that there are some. That's right as well. The balance, the combat balancing and whatnot is also, it kind of makes it at times. For the most part, I feel like the game is quite easy. But then at the other times, some areas, the game just goes way too harsh and hard with enemies, and you just get absolutely surrounded and bombarded with enemies, or just even some enemies that have just way too powerful attacks. It just doesn't make any sense. Yeah. But besides also some of these complaints about the first game, Spyro's Adventure, yeah, is excellent, and once again, I urge anyone to, first, if you have played Skylanders before but still have everything, but haven't played it a long time, please replay it. I think you will honestly love it. Yeah. Or well, depending on your taste buds, whatever. Yeah, but yeah. Hold on. But yeah. As for me, as of this record, I'm almost done with the first game. And then I'm gonna, of course, move. And then of course I'm gonna go to Skylanders Giants. Yeah. But I guess the last thing I wanted to talk about Skylanders is that is that since I've been so interested, me and a lot of other people wonder, will there be anything more Skylanders in the future? Because again, it just gets kind of strange that the series just dropped out, just suddenly stopped after 2016. Now of course it is now of course I think the speculation things of that Spectrum is kind of obvious, yeah. First of course, yeah, since you almost have to buy each figure individually, whatnot. Well, so some things there are some that's like multi-packs is what we got to say, like 3 Skylanders in one package. You know, yeah. They were kind of sort of expensive. They were sort of around like $8 per figure, or so something like that. And if you're a big collector and want to get them all, it's going to get expensive, yeah. And since also for most part the demographic of Skylanders were mostly were kids, you know, yeah. I'm quite sure that some or most parents were not too particularly have mommy, get me this Skylander now, or whatever, yeah, and it's understandable. We're cool. We kids want them, yeah. But yeah. If you were on a budget, I suppose the game is quite finely playable. With just the free Skylanders you get in the starter pack. Though it is going to be a little bit more difficult, since the game really encourages you to collect more Skylanders. You get more bonuses. What of course each Skylander will sort of serve as an extra life. What sense, like if say like all your Skylanders die, for example, you have to restart the level. Yeah, which yeah. but yeah, always the future is it's uncertain. It's quite uncertain. We haven't heard much of anything like Toys for Bob or something like that, aside from that sort of 10th anniversary stream they have where they show some other stuff, yeah, just talking about the game in general, yeah. But otherwise, let's hope for the future that yeah, it's uncertain, unclear, yeah. Well, yeah, depending on, we could perhaps see as, of course, this being kind of been talks, of course, that Microsoft has bought, you know, Activision, and Activision, of course, is the publisher of the Skylanders games, yeah. So again, it's not guaranteed that new Skylanders game will come, or if they do, how they will change it up, what now. Of course, this be of course can some other suggestions by fans, like should they bring back the toys at all? Should they go with like a system where you instead unlock Skylanders but through in-game money, that you unlock them like for that or something else. But yeah, after me playing the first game again, I do certainly wish that Skylanders would return. Yeah. I'm like, I think it also have more potential in some other ways. One thing I get surprised is that it actually did get a Netflix show in the form of Skylanders Academy that ran through 2016 through 2018, and that seems to be quite good in itself. I haven't watched it yet, but it seems to be fairly good. But yeah, so yeah, I guess enough that right now. So yeah. So let me know if you're interested in me potentially talking about more Skylanders later, or if you say Skylanders in the past, and what were your experiences with it, and if not, do you have any questions regarding it and whatnot? Yeah, and Oh yeah. Oh yes. Speaking about that right now. If you are one of those players who, let's say, like never played Skylanders before but are interested in actually playing it, but getting into that can be a bit of a tricky thing in itself. Now, from what I am aware, there are quite many self of Skylanders on, say, like eBay and some other marketplaces, whatnot, yeah. Now I will tell you, the Skylanders is not sold in any store anymore whatsoever. Unlike what they were in their heyday, yeah. So yeah, so you'll either have to buy from someone else, say for example like eBay, or the other thing you could also do is to get the PlayStation 3 versions of the Skylanders games, because all 6 of them were released on PlayStation 3. Why am I specifically talking about it? Yeah, well, not only that, but the PlayStation 3 emulator RPCS3 has a feature which allows you to emulate a Skylanders portal, which means that you can get any figures from any games. I think perhaps even Magic Items and some other stuff. Yeah, for completely for free. Yes, but granted, it does. It may get a little bit tedious, since you will need to create a file for that, and then when you want to swap switch another sky, then you will have to load that other file, which of course requires you to use the mouse and do that and whatnot. Yeah, but otherwise yeah. But yeah, not only that, of course, yeah, the RPCS3 emulator can be quite demanding, and of course one of the most hardest and toughest emulators to run. Now I say like if you have like a desktop PC with a dedicated graphics card, yeah, or perhaps even a laptop with a dedicated graphics card or something like that, yeah, then you should be quite fine. However, of course, success is not guaranteed with everyone, and lower end should just stay out of it completely. Even with the lowest sentence in the emulator itself, yeah. But I would say, regardless of your system, try to give it at least a shot. Yeah, and see if it goes. If performance is good, then yeah, very good. You can continue like that. However, if performance is like below like 30 or 20 FPS, yeah, then yeah, I suggest just wait until perhaps you get a new PC or something like that. Well, actually, there is also another alternative. There is also a fork of the Wii U emulator. Which actually has other system now, but yeah, you can have to Google and do a YouTube search on that yourself if you want to find that, and then to get the Wii U version those games. So yeah, it's up to you. It's up to you. That's about much about as I can say about this and that for now. Yeah, so. Oh my goodness! Wow, that was a quite a tough finish. So, yeah. Anyway, let's talk about the next topic then. Okay, so I can for next topic. Like this one is more about kind of like the sort of negative, a little bit harsh side. Yeah. Wait. Okay. But anyway, so for topic 2, I would kind of like to discuss the sort of struggles of making a YouTube video, and so just yeah, this is a tough one, honestly, since since I'm like, but we start off small. It is tough, of course, yeah, of course, yeah. You obviously, of course, you cannot see success immediately, yeah. But I just want to kind of talk about that. I just been getting very for quite a while. Just being in my recommended feed, just a bunch of videos, of course, discussing, of course, ways to improve your of what you can do to potentially how to improve video quality and some other stuff, yeah, to improve your channel, yeah. And I'm like, I think, well, of course, much that stuff is indeed quite valid. I feel just most of it just doesn't apply well to me, and just someone just I don't know, he kind of just stupid, and but I feel it's just way more complex than that. Now, okay, but like. Here's like one thing I'm just just so irritated about, and I think maybe perhaps quite some others may actually relate to, and it's that once now of course there's no sort of course like there's a video for that, of course, yeah. If I wanted tutorials, yeah, I looked at that. There's yeah. If I want to do a gameplay or something, there's at least a bit of that. There's like a bit of pretty much almost like every freaking sort of topic and just sort of thing, like pretty much almost ever. And that means like if you are want to have an interest in that and want to make a video on that, depending on, you may get lucky or you may not, because chances are that someone is probably gonna do it first, or someone just has like way better like videos editing skills, or just managed to be generally more lucky. And I'm like, this is just what so irritating. Now because I'm one of the that sort of goes for like I just could cover just anything what I want. Of course, yeah. If you check through my channel, I done like a variety of the different stuff. Now, of course, I know most channels just sticks to that, like kind of for specifically for that channel. Of course, yeah. For example, one channel can be say entirely gameplay focus, while others maybe like sort of commentary focus, yeah. But I'm well, why I'm sort of can be okay with this. I like to sort of and put like a variety of the different things. Now, yes, this may not be the best for like viewer growth or something. It just sort of what I enjoy best, yeah. I put like a bunch of the different stuff, such as weird, weird music covers, playing games with my friends online, just general other stuff. But yeah, there's just some weird edits, of course. Yeah, some compilations and some other reacting stuff on my channel. It's kind of all the place. And I know for like every time you may think, oh, well, it's probably not a good way to do YouTube. And for me, I honestly don't care, because that's what I enjoy, because this kind of very, so content whenever I do feel like I do want to make a video. Um, and I wanted to just to talk about some other like for me as someone on the spectrum. Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about now? Yeah, I'm not gonna entirely gonna go into to that, but if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Yeah. But no, well, I won't say that is entirely relatable, uh, but generally, I suck at a lot of things. I can undoubtedly admit that. Kind of stuff like, well, I can do some sort of general simple video edits and sort of photo edit, but and also like barely like draw art. Yeah, and this is why you mostly just see like my video thumbnails are just taken from like other YouTubers or YouTube channels, just weird personal edits, yeah, or just things just take out of like Google Images or so some just slapped onto to the thumbnail. Yeah, no. Now also if you hear like my mouse in the background, that's because I'm sort of checking this live, and I don't entirely have that much of a filter most of the voice out stuff, and just it kind of is what it is. Yeah. but I'm like, yeah. Yeah, generally, yeah, it is quite a challenge, yeah, and also I think that yeah, was it is a challenge, but I feel like for me it is especially like daunting because like there's just so much stuff in detail that you just sort of have to think and just go through just to get the edit or whatever, how you will log it, such as of course, like cutting out unnecessary sections and whatnot. Yeah. Now, of course, there's some other stuff that, like you can like say like hire or rent people to edit videos for you and whatnot, but also I say a thing sort of generally about me, and the thing that I feel like is just concerns about my future in general is that I am just so unaware and don't know what to do, like where do I even look for someone who can help me? Where do I look for someone who can I can talk with, or just get a job with, the and although you can just do a Google search, of course, say like googling, of course, where can I get a job, or what is it? Yeah, the thing is, there's so many like companies and other stuff, just others, stuff as stuff like that. So if you're someone who, for most part, like me, who are not worried about the many difficult the companies and other stuff to work for, and what their qualities are, and just it can be quite hard. Now, yes, but it's entirely like sort of rabbit hole in itself to just go through like reviews and just to hear other people's like opinions and feedbacks on their experience for working for that company or whatever. It's just so infuriating. Like I honestly don't know. Yeah. And that's, and again, so far I'm just doing YouTube as a hobby. Like who knows, perhaps even like the next like 10-20 years I may or may not become successful, but I feel like maybe like generally not, because like I've only don't know what to do, and also it's just also stuff with sort of my mental and physical health as well. I don't always have like the I feel like I usually for most part don't have the energy to do a video, and also when I do video, I also don't know for most part also don't know what to make a video on. I'm like sometimes I can kind of think about it on the fire, but for example, but I mean for something like recently, then yes I might do a video of that, but like but I've been doing like sort of you just sort of like on and off for nearly like 10 years or what not and I still and I still have like say like 60 subscribers or whatnot. I mean that's a fine, but why was this like I like why do you get some views on quite some of my videos? There's like not many enough who just stays and just watches all my videos. I think that's sort of a problem as well. So like, do I upload more often or just? Oh, I don't freaking know. I'm exhausted. Hold on. I don't know. I suppose I don't have much to say more about the topic, but yeah, it's hard, especially more so for me. But some of the more challenges, yeah, but also the algorithm stuff as well. People be there before you, and I don't know, some other stuff. So of course I'm gonna get and unfortunately it can be a little bit here, but if you do honestly enjoy the content that I make, subscribe, spread the word, share it on for link the channel to maybe like some forums or talk about it on Reddit or something. I don't know. You just spread the word if you do like it here, and also please of course one of the biggest improve to improve quality is feedback. I would please I would love all the feedback possible. Of say like yeah, and this includes like stuff that could be like improved, such like such as maybe like the way I speak, the way I talk about things, editing better, yeah, but also say like ideas for different videos and whatnot, and or if they maybe I should like live stream or something. I'm having thinking about it slightly, but school quite hard in itself. Yeah, too. But yeah, that will be that for topic 2. So I suppose on towards to topic 3. And now for the last topic, I want to talk about music. More specifically, also video game music, yeah. And I suppose it is kind of relatable to my channel, yeah. But I just generally love video game music, yeah. There's just so many good soundtracks to games, and yeah. And there's so many great video game composers out there that have created like many iconic works, of course, yeah. Yeah. And the reason I cannot talk about it is because I've been thinking this for quite a while as well, but I've been thinking of getting an electric keyboard or some kind of piano, yeah. Because like and the reason why I chose specifically a piano because this is the one I feel like I am most confident in, and also in my opinion it's one of the it's somewhat easy, but also relatively flexible. Yeah, as like guitars that just as like guitar is not really so for me. It just really hard, and it just also hurts my fingers. So a piano or some kind of electric keyboard where I can just actually like record in the device itself or hook it up to my PC and record it with some kind of software or whatever there. That is what I'm generally interested in. Yeah, uh, because like I played some a little bit of piano at school. I didn't really exactly have like piano lessons per se. Yeah, but I may or may not have planned to take some. Yeah, or may just even learn through like an app or website actually. Yeah. Big, yeah, yeah. There's just been so many songs from so many different games and franchises. I've been wanting to make my own piano or my own piano covers of. Yeah, yeah. So Mario stuff, Mega Man, even Skylanders. Yeah, yeah. So much. Basically, of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And yeah, I also like almost I've been thinking most of things in my head to approximately think what like the result will be. Yeah, yeah, in sort of piano form. Yeah. Um, yeah, but yeah, I'm generally kind of give it some kind of general piano sort of sound. Yeah, but that's also the general why I want to have some sort of electric keyboard because that's what I love is that you can customize the sound so you can just give a different feeling or just sound like something completely else entirely or just sort of even make your own sort of sound font or kind of thing. So yeah, yeah. Now I'm not sure how many of you guys are like piano nerds or experts out there, but some kind of piano tips for some say like where I could start, where I can be, or where I can think about. Plus, even perhaps even what kind of keyboard I should get. Now, I'm not looking for a super for a high end keyboard. Sort of a sort of mid end sort of yeah. I say generally around like what it should cost around like 100 to like $300 or so well actually to pick it more actually more closer to like 100 euro to 300 euros in that sort of scale of price kind of yeah. Is sort of what I think. But yeah, but yeah, generally, I love listening to listen to quite some video game music from time to time. Yeah, and I would love even more so to even like replicate or to make a good cover. That like I'm not good or probably will never make my own sort of original song. What you have to do, but just the general feel of just making a cover, something that just that sounds very nice. That I love it would be indeed quite something, and that's something I can hopefully strive towards, and perhaps that actually is something that can that I may I may keep on this channel, or I may just post on or I may actually make an entirely different channel for exactly just that. So there's quite a bit of part of that. So yeah, um, yeah. I suppose yeah. I don't really have much else to say no. Yeah. Like, I was thinking doing like personally. I'm like, it's fine. It's like really mixed. I just of course hope that this that the thing from 2022 just just gonna get over in like maybe like 10 or so years, or perhaps even less. It's just so stupid that it began in the first place. I think we can all agree with that. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but I don't know to talk about that because that I'm just going to go off topic now. But anyways, I think that will, anyways, yeah, that will conclude this sort of first episode of MTD, multi-topic discussion. Yeah. I sort of towards now. Then finally he came up with the name. Because like I followed the name before, but then I just sort of forgot about it until like no, a multi-topic di- discussion. Yeah. So Anyway, this was this was now this was MTD multi-topic discussion. Yeah. Episode 1, and hopefully I do plan to make more podcasts in the future, perhaps even with some of my friends if they're possibly interested as well, and depending what we can talk about, because of course like do like a podcast with friends is generally more interesting, but that's something we'll have to wait and see about. So. Thanks everyone for sticking with this long. If you did, so yeah, have a good day, and see you next time.